Today, I'm going to be winning a championship with Luka Doncic in every 2K. Starting off with 2K17, where Luka's only a 59 overall. Realistically, he'd be a cheerleader for the Mavs at a 59. But to make this more challenging for myself, Luka's going to have to play 20 minutes per game for our team. Let's get into the trades though, because this team sucks. First off, I'm going to trade Dirk for Derek Favors and Rudy Gobert. Then I'm going to go ahead and trade Wesley Matthews to get Dwight Howard and Tiago Splitter. We already got way too many centers on the squad, so I got to make some more moves. And Derek Favors, I know you just got here, but I see Kemba and we need a guard, so I'm going to go out and get Kemba. But what this team is really missing is a star player. And Paul George would be a perfect fit as a star for this team. And it's going to take a lot of draft capital to get a move done, but I did it. Paul George is now a Maverick. But we're not done yet. We're going to get a slight upgrade at center, adding DeAndre Jordan to the roster. I'm also going to trade Darren Williams and Rudy Gobert for Rudy Gay. He should be able to give us some bench scoring as a backup for Paul George. But as of right now, this team still is pretty bad. I mean, we have some solid players, but I don't know that we'll be able to contend this season. Rudy Gay was named the 6th man of the year for year number 1, and Paul Millsap was actually the defensive player of the year. Kind of surprising. Paul George was all-NBA first team this season, and the stats were amazing. He was magnificent, man. He went crazy. And we are actually in the playoffs this year. It was a really good year for the team, surprisingly. I did not expect us to do this well, and a lot of it was just PG and Rudy Gay. Our forwards, they were getting a ton of buckets. But Luka was actually pretty solid. Almost 8 points per game. I mean, the efficiency sucked, but he's like a 60 overall. Give him a break. He tried his best. This team really does seem like a fraudulent regular season team, though, that's going to be bad in the playoffs. I'm not trying to sell myself short on the rebuild that I did, but I just feel like I didn't build that good of a team. And yeah, as a result, we lost in 5 games. I didn't expect us to make it very far, and the OKC team we faced made it to the finals. So it's time to make more moves so that we can get better. And I see Avery Bradley in the trade finder. We're going to get significantly cheaper by adding Avery Bradley, and I want to make some cap space for free agency. That's going to be the blueprint for this offseason. As you can see, Bron and KD are set to become free agents, so I feel like those guys can really be needle movers for our team, especially next to Paul George getting a second star. So I'm just going to trade away some of my guys, get some draft picks, and open up that cap space. We'll also bring back some of our free agents. I'll bring back Bogut on a minimum, sure. But now I'm just going to offer every big free agent. I sped this up for you all just to show how many players I ended up offering. And ultimately, after offering all of these big free agents, the only player that was really even interested in my offer was Paul Millsap. Like, bro, how did we miss out on everybody and we got Paul Millsap? All right, I guess he won the DPOY last year, but I could have had LeBron James, Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook, but we got Paul Millsap. I can't even get Giannis, man. Well, I guess we'll go get Danilo Gallinari. What an offseason for the team. Absolutely garbage. We will bring back Rudy Gay, though, because Rudy, he was hooping last year. He was getting so many buckets for the team off the bench, so we'll go get him back. But to be honest with y'all, I really don't want Danilo Gallinari on my basketball team, so I'm going to trade him, go get Miles Turner and Serge Ibaka. We can send Miles Turner to potential camp, and I'll just trade Serge Ibaka for somebody else, but Miles Turner's still young and he could get better. We'll also go get Kenneth Faried and Gary Harris, and Kenneth Faried, I'm looking at moves for him, and I need a point guard, so I'm going to go get Jordan Clarkson. I know y'all saw Jokic there, but Jokic is not the Jokic we know today in this 2K game. And now we got potential camp. And like I said, I want to send Miles Turner because he's only 21 years old and should get a lot better for us. I'm also going to send Luka in hopes that he can be a little less bad. I mean, a 59, 60 overall is absolutely crazy for Luka, man. But we didn't know what he was going to do at this point in time. The team does look pretty good going into this season, much better than last year in my opinion, but there's definitely room for moves. And at the trade deadline, we're 35-22, which is only good enough for the 4th seed, so I'm going to try to make us better. I see this trade for Kevin Love and Tristan Thompson, so I'm going to do that. But that was really the only move I could find at the deadline, so now we're moving on to the end of the season. And as you can see, that made us a little bit better. We ended up 3rd in the standings, but we still got to get through the Golden State Warriors super team, super team. I can't wait to face these guys. Paul George averaged 19 points per game. Kevin Love was right about 15. We had more evenly distributed scoring this year, which is what I like to see. Luka actually had a good year. I mean, look at the 3-point percentage. He was getting buckets. I'm proud of you, Luka. Overall, I think the squad is much deeper this year as we head into the playoffs. In round number 1, we got the Denver Nuggets, and it looks like we're going to make easy work of them. Well, maybe not too easy. We beat them in 6. Next up, we got the Portland Trail Blazers, Dame Lillard, CJ McCollum, and company. So let's go ahead and let's get into this series. Game 1 goes to Portland. Game 2 goes to Portland. Okay, we take Game 3. They take Game 4. And we lose in a gentleman's sweep. Disappointing. CJ McCollum, Finals MVP. L script by the NBA on that one. But we've got a big offseason coming up. Miles Turner, he had a team option, but we got to worry about Paul George entering free agency. And also, of course, the big Gary Harris free agency. So let's go ahead and get into it. PG is the best player in free agency this year. I'm going all out to get him back. He is our star player on the team. And also Avery Bradley's a free agent for us. We're going to be spending so much bread this offseason. Avery Bradley, for some reason, wants $25 million a year, which is just ridiculous. But ultimately, we were able to get PG and Avery both back on the team, but we don't really have too much money for anybody else. I did go ahead and pick up Jordan Hill in free agency, though. We also did get Gary Harris back on the squad. But really, we spent a lot of money this offseason. We're not going to really have opportunities to upgrade in free agency from now on. I did, of course, bring back Luka on the 4-year deal as well. But we're going to have to make most of our moves through trades. And this year at the trade deadline, we're 34-22, which is good. Again, but the West is so competitive, so I'm going to keep working to make this team better. We're going to go get Marcus Smart in a first for Jordan Clarkson. Then I'm going to trade Corey Brewer for Dwayne Dedmon. It's a slight overall upgrade, and we need as many of those upgrades as we can get. Rudy Gay's been good for us, but we can get both Dario Saric and Nerlens Noel in this move, so I'm going to do it. And Nerlens Noel, I know we just got you on the team, but I see Steven Adams in the trade finder. I got to do it. A significant overall upgrade. Also, I saw Valanciunas and J.R. Smith. Boom! We made the trade happen, man. That was so cringe. I said boom. Bro, what am I talking about? Another good season for the team, though. I think this is our best team we built yet. We're just getting better year after year, progressively, and that's exactly what I want to see. This season, we got the New Orleans Pelicans in the first round. That's an easy gentleman's sweep. Round number 2, we got the Houston Rockets, who kind of sucked in the regular season, but they got James Harden and Clint Capella as their 2 main guys, and Clint Capella's kind of tough in 2K, so we got to watch out for them. But we're up 2-1 in the series, we're up 3-1 in the series, and we win in 5. We're moving on to the conference finals. What did Drake say? Oh man, not again. Because we got to face the Golden State Warriors again, bro. Come on, team. Y'all have been doing well so far. Luka, you've been absolutely terrible so far. But we'll give you a pass where you're only a 63 overall. But we got to lock in for this series. Game 1 goes to Golden State. Game 2 goes to Golden State. We take Game 3. Come on, make it 2-2. Or don't. Or lose in 5. Oh my goodness, this Warriors team is going to be so tough to get through. But we've got another offseason where we have an opportunity to improve. So I'm going to try my best to go ahead and do that. Qualifying offers, we got to bring back Miles Turner. He's been really good. He's been developing well. We need him back on the team. But we also got to bring back K-Love and Valanciunas. We'll bring back Valanciunas, but when I try to bring back K-Love, we're already over the hard cap. So I'm sorry, Jonas, but I'm going to go trade you for some picks along with J.R. Smith so that we can open up some room, because we can't be over the hard cap and lose out on Miles Turner as well. That would be terrible for our team. So we got to get him back, and we were able to do so. Next up, though, I want to make a big trade, and to do that, I need draft picks. So I just cheesed the 2K system. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I just signed players to like minimum deals and traded them for picks until I had a huge stockpile of draft capital. And with those picks, I went out and tried to make a move for D'Angelo Russell. That's right, we got deloading on the squad, man. And around the trade deadline, we were so much better. Second in the conference, 39-18. But we still have a lot of picks to work with. I saw CJ McCollum was available for the Portland Trailblazers. He wasn't untouchable. So I went out, I traded for him. But I still got more draft picks to work with. So we're not done yet. Gary Harris, he's a legend of the team and he's back. Look at the squad now, guys. We're looking just ridiculous, magnificent. I'm so ready for this year's playoffs. We should be able to win a chip. Hopefully our guys are as dialed in as I've been, because did y'all see the type of moves I was making? We're in here as the second seed. We got Utah. Utah! Why, man? No! We lost to Utah in 6? Nah, we're doing anything and everything I can do this offseason to make this team better. No way we lose to the 7th seed in the first round. I'm gonna just go get more picks, make more moves. Gotta do anything I can. We'll bring Rudy Gobert back to the squad, I guess. But we have no money. We can't even afford Chandler Parsons. What is going on? I picked up Yi Janlan and went ahead and I traded him for some first round picks. I did that with a bunch of minimum players, and this is what the squad was looking like going into, what is this, like year number 47, and the rotation looks good, but we still could use some improvement because we're the 4 seed at the trade deadline. I'm looking at CJ McCollum trades. I see this trade where I get an 84 overall center and I get MKG, so I'll do that. We're using these picks that we piled up to improve the roster. We get an auto-generated point guard and we get Josh Richardson. I want to go get Jamal Murray, and I don't really care how many picks it takes. We picked up MKG in a previous trade. I trade him along with 5 firsts, and I get Jamal Murray. We get some more help at the 2-guard spot. The team is absolutely stacked, but I'm worried about affording all these players going into the future, so we got to get this done and get it done fast. And by the end of this season, we were really good, 55-27. We are in 2021 at this point, and we still haven't won a chip. Hopefully this is the year it changes. We go ahead and we beat the Pelicans in 5, but in round 2, we've got a Game 7 against the 42-win Spurs. I don't understand how, but I do want to see what some of our guys are doing in the playoffs that could be leading to Luka! Oh my goodness, he's terrible, man. Luka's been just garbage throughout these playoffs. That's definitely a problem for us. But yeah, I guess we just got to deal with it, because remember I said I wanted Luka playing 20 minutes per game to add an additional challenge. I'm really regretting that at this point, though, because we're just getting beat year after year. I mean, at least we got out of this Game 7 against San Antonio. It was a close one. Jamal Murray came up big. I'm glad I made the trade for him. He's been really efficient for us. And in the conference finals, who else would it be? The Golden State Warriors, led by Timofey Mozgov. Let's see how this one goes. We take Game 1. They take Game 2. Can we at least make it to the finals? We're up 2-1. We're up 3-1. Oh, no. Don't blow the 3-1. Please. Please don't blow the 3-1, guys. Game 7. The Warriors looking to make a 3-1 comeback. And it's close. It goes to overtime. No. We blew the 3-1. Bro, there's no way. There is no way we blew the 3-1 lead. In the offseason, I didn't really make too many changes. I pretty much just ran it back. I think we did lose out on a few players in free agency just because I didn't have enough money. But I feel like this 2K17 rebuild has just taken so long. I am going to make one trade before the season. Trade for DeJounte Murray and Bobby Portis. So that's the one move I'm making for this year. I think our team is good enough to compete, and last year, to be honest, I think we just got unlucky. We folded under pressure, but this year we're not going to do that, right? We picked up Bobby Portis, we picked up DeJounte Murray, we're ready to go for another season. And at the end of this year, Miles Turner, he's on all defensive second team. He's doing big stuff for us. He's been really good. He's progressed super well. He's up to a 92. And this year in the playoffs, we are the second seed. The Warriors are still number 1. We make it out of the first round. Round 2, we got the Denver Nuggets. We easily beat them. And now we've got our rematch against Golden State. Whoop-de-doop. We got to take down Check Diallo and company in this one. They take game number 1. They take game number 2. We take game 3. We take game 4. Come on, guys. We take game 5. And we're out of there in 6. We're in the NBA Finals. We did it. And we're facing DeAndre Jordan and the Boston Celtics. This team's trash compared to the Warriors. Of course, they gotta take game 1, though. We take the next 2. We're up 3-1. They take a game. We did it. We won the chip. D'Angelo Russell, Finals MVP. Let's go. We finally did it. Luka Doncic with 10 points in the closeout game. He actually had a pretty good playoff run. Let's move on to the next 2K that Luka's in, 2K19. Luka actually wasn't in 2K18, but was in 17. Kind of weird, but we're here on 19 to rebuild the Mavs, and Luka's actually good in this game, so it should be a little bit easier for us to put a contender around him. Let's start off by trading Tim Hardaway Jr. and JJ Barea. Not a huge trade, but we were actually able to get Hassan Whiteside and Kelly Olynyk. They should be pretty good for us if we don't trade them down the line. Next up, we're going to go ahead and get Clippers legend Patrick Beverley. Then I'm going to head to free agency. I was kind of struggling to find good moves to make, but I saw Manu Ginobili was available and I could afford him, so I went ahead and signed him onto the team. Next, I went ahead and I traded to get JJ Barea back. He was a 78 overall, so why not go ahead and get him? Then I'm trading to White Powell and Jalen Brunson to get Dennis Schroeder in a first. We get a solid point guard and more draft capital. Draft capital is super important in this game. Then I'm trading Schroeder and those 2 picks to go get TJ Warren. So I was able to put some of that draft capital to use. The team isn't exactly great, but I was just going to simulate and see how it went, and it didn't go good at all. We were 6-14, so I knew it was time to make some more moves. I started to find better trades. Like, I was able to get Kevin Love, an 85 overall power forward. Then I traded Kristaps Porzingis. That's right, I'm trading KP away from the team because Donovan Mitchell's in the trade finder. I had to do it. You don't see players that good in the trade finder very often. I know Porzingis is really good, but we picked up K-Love. Then I saw Montrezl Harrell, and I realized we're really starting to build something. Sorry, Montrezl, though. You got to go. We're going to go get Malcolm Brogdon. We just need guard depth more than we need bigs. The team's looking kind of crazy, but I'm not done yet. Let's go ahead and let's get Tristan Thompson, 81 overall center. Don't mind if I do. And then we got Malcolm Brogdon, who I just ended up adding. You guys can see I'm active with these trades. Brandon Ingram? Yeah, we got to get Brandon Ingram. 81 overall, young player. Yeah, now the team is looking real crazy. I ran Donovan Mitchell at the 1. We got Luka at the 2. We got BI. The team is ridiculous, but it was only good enough to go 40-42. But I have a plan for this offseason. Also, 2K low-key predicted the finals. They had the Raptors winning in 2019, so W2K, I guess. But anyway, I got a blueprint for this offseason. The Nets got cap space, so I'm going to use their cap space to dump off some of my players and potentially get some draft capital, and also Spencer Dinwiddie, who's on a team-friendly deal, and I was able to do that. I also added Joe Harris in this trade, but I don't really want Joe Harris, and I could get 2 firsts for Joe. So boom, we were able to add draft capital. Hassan Whiteside picked up his player option. I don't want his money on the books. Boom, more draft capital. Now we've opened up a significant amount of cap space in free agency. 2 max slots to sign star players. I offered KD. He didn't want to come here. So I went ahead and offered Kyrie, gave him a no trade clause, and Kyrie wants to come to Dallas. I guess he got the script. Next, we're going to go ahead and offer Jimmy Butler. If I can get Kyrie and Himmy buckets, oh, we'd have a crazy squad. And I did exactly that. Kyrie Irving and Jimmy Butler are on our squad next to Luka Doncic. Plus, we still got B.I., Donovan Mitchell. And because they were on rookie deals, we were able to make big moves in free agency. I also went ahead and added JaVale McGee so that we'd have a big man on the roster that was kind of lacking after we gave up Hassan Whiteside and Kevin Love to clear cap space. But I'm not mad at giving those guys up because look at the team we were able to build. And by the end of the season, we were really good. I actually made some additional moves at the trade deadline. Luka, 6th man of the year. But the recording file didn't save. I lost the recording, man. It made me mad because I added John Collins and Jonas Valanciunas. And I know y'all are going to be like, oh, you faked it. But, like, if I would have faked it, I would have, like, at least got better players. Like, I would have been like, guys, guess what? The cameras were off, but I got LeBron James or something. But, yeah, I did end up adding Valanciunas and John Collins. But, of course, the video didn't work. So, but my bad. I don't even know what happened, man. Let's go ahead and let's simulate these playoffs, though. We are the number 1 seed this season, going up against the Denver Nuggets in the first round, and they're giving us trouble, man. Also, can we talk about how garbage the simulation speed is in this game? Like, I'm waiting so long for these games to simulate. We've got a game 7 here, though, and we actually lost to the Denver Nuggets, the 8th seed. We lost to them in the first round. And I feel like we have a literal super team. I don't know how this happened, but I guess it did, and we end up losing. We're on the wrong side of history, losing to an 8 seed. And in the offseason, we've got big decisions to make. Unfortunately, we don't have many players under contract. We do have a lot of team options to pick up this offseason, so I went ahead and did that, of course. But I do have to bring back Brandon Ingram in free agency, and I definitely want to do that, so I offered him a contract. But offering Brandon Ingram made me lose out on Jonas Valanciunas. He's unrestricted. We don't have bird rights, so it looks like he's pretty much gone from the team because he won't take the offers that I give him. So I had to sign John Henson as our Jonas Valanciunas replacement. Not exactly the best replacement, but we'll take it. And now I'm really realizing we don't have much center depth at all on the roster, and that's kind of a problem. I know that Jimmy Butler's really good, but I might have to trade him. And I ended up seeing Rudy Gobert in the trade finder, and I had to do it. We need a big man, and Rudy Gobert can be exactly that. We'll slide Donovan Mitchell, or actually we'll slide Luka over to the 3, and I think that should work better. I'm also going to use some more of my picks to pick up Damian Dotson and Billy Hernan-Gomez. With all of that, the team looks crazy. Really good 10-man rotation as we head into the NBA playoffs. And look at this rookie, almost 24 points per game. He was 25 years old as a rookie. 2nd round pick who I guess didn't play until this season, but a crazy rookie year for him. Rudy Gobert wins DPOY and Rick Carlisle is the coach of the year. We won 62 games. Really good stuff by the team. Round number 1, we got the Sacramento Kings. They're the 8th seed, we're the 1 seed. Usually that means we should win, but last year it didn't as we lost to the Nuggets. But this year we were able to get it done in a sweep. Round number 2, we got the Houston Rockets. The Rockets with James Harden, CP3, Clint Capella. So hopefully we'll be able to beat them as well. This is actually more of a close one. We'll check out the squad outside of James Harden, CP3, and Capella to see who they have because we're going to a Game 7 against a 47-win Houston Rockets team. I mean, they have like Harrison Barnes. Clint Capella's a 91 overall, which is crazy. But let's go ahead and hop into the Simcast for Game 7. In Game 7, it was pretty close, but we were able to pull it out. Luka Doncic with a big performance. And we just have so many guys who could score for us, and that was good enough for us to get the dub in this one. In the conference finals, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. The Blazers still got Dame and CJ, and Nurkic is a 90 overall. A 90 is crazy, man. Let's go ahead and simulate this. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to us. We're up 2-0. And in Game 3, we're going to win as well. We're 1 game away from the finals, and we win in a sweep. The last team between us and an NBA championship is the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis Antetokounmpo. Outside of Giannis, though, their team isn't that crazy, and ours is really deep, so hopefully we'll be able to get the dub. We're up 2-0. We're up 2-0. Come on. Okay, they take a game. They take 2 games. We got to simcast this game 5. No way we're blowing a 2-0 lead. We take game 5 by 15 points. Big game from Donovan Mitchell. 8 for 8 shooting from Rudy Gobert. He's proved to be a really good pickup. He won DPOY. I think that trade has really worked out well for us. Giannis with 24 points. That's not going to be good enough. And we just need one more win. But we're not going to get it. We're headed to a game 7 here. NBA Finals, our season on the line, all this rebuilding I've done. Eric Bledsoe dropped 37 to force this one. Somebody's got to guard Eric, man. Come on now. But we've got this game 7 here. Let's see who wins it. And we lost. We lost in game 7. We were up 2-0 in the series. We won game 5 and took a 3-2 lead. And we still lost. Giannis 44, Eric Bledsoe 31. Why was Eric Bledsoe cooking us like this? I know Giannis is like that, but Eric, really? You're him? You're that crazy? This is what the team's looking like in the offseason. It's a really good squad. I did actually pick up Nerlens Noel and Harry Giles at the trade deadline, but I didn't show those clips, man. We are almost 30 minutes into the video, and we've got a lot more teams to rebuild, so I'm trying to save y'all a little bit of time. Kyrie Irving did accept his player option, which is big for us because we're kind of worried about the salary cap at this point, especially with some of our players needing paydays. I am going to go out and trade Harry Giles for Domantas Sabonis. Thought this was a pretty good move. We've had a solid offseason so far, but now we've got a problem. Luka Doncic, we can't afford to bring him back. We don't have enough money. So, sorry, Sabonis. I know we just picked you up, but we might have to trade you to save some money, and that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. It's unfortunate, but I can't lose out on Luka Doncic. He's literally the main player in this video. He's the guy who we're focused on in this one, and I was able to make a couple moves that saved us some money in the salary cap, and we were good to go, and I was able to bring back Luka Doncic on a big contract. We're getting to the point in the simulation where guys just don't really get offers because teams are so far over the salary cap, so nobody was really competing with me to sign Luka Doncic. We did end up losing out on Willie Cauley-Stein, and also we lost out on Jalen Brunson, which kind of sucks, but what can you do? We still have a super team. I feel like we should have won the chip last year, but hopefully this year will be our year. 58-24 on the season, number 1 seed. We've been doing this. We've been the number 1 seed. The final piece to the puzzle is that playoff success. We need that NBA championship. Kyrie Irving was really good for us this year. He's been like our main star. I mean, we got a lot of stars, but Kyrie's been like the leader for us. Round 1, we got the Golden State Warriors. They took a game against us. We're up 2-1. Let's get that 3-1 lead. We get it, and we're going to go ahead and get out of there in a gentleman's sweep. Round 2, we got a rematch with the Houston Rockets. Last year, it was a tough series. This year, I just don't think it will be. Our team just continues to get better and better through player progression, and we're going to go ahead and take a 3-1 lead against them. We're going to make it back to the conference finals. In the conference finals, we got the Denver Nuggets. The Nuggets are the 7th seed and have made it to the conference finals, and they're actually really good. They've got a good squad. Blake Griffin, MPJ, Gary Harris, Jamal Murray, and Nikola Jokic. That's a tough team. I still think our team's better. We're going to go ahead and be tied up at 1 apiece. They're a 7th seed in this conference finals. They seem to have a lot of playoff success, even as a low seed. I mean, they beat us when they were the 8th seed. We're up 3-2, and we're in the finals. This is the final series here. Come on, guys. Can y'all please actually win the chip? Their super team is playing alongside Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, but our team still looks better in my opinion. They're up 2-0. Please, y'all, don't do this. Can we come back from down 2-0? Okay, 2-2 series. Maybe we can be on the other side of a 2-0 comeback this time. In game 5, we're going to win. Okay, 1 game, guys. 1 game. Do it for me. I'm tired of rebuilding this 2K19 team. I want to move on to the next 2K. Please, 1 more game, and we will be NBA champions. Only the 2nd chip of this video, and we're going to get it. Rudy, the finals MVP is crazy. Congratulations to the team. Congrats to Rudy. Now we can move on to NBA 2K20. This is the best team I built by far. The last team, it was okay, but compared to this team, I mean, that team sucked. We went crazy in this rebuild. Now it's time to move on to NBA 2K20. 2K20, Luka has a pretty bad roster around him. Kristaps is alright. We'll probably end up trading him. Honestly, I can't promise you that any of these players will be on the team by the end of this video outside of Luka Doncic. When I was looking at Kristaps Porzingis trades, I saw a really good one. DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge? Don't mind if I do. We'll go ahead and make that move. But LaMarcus, I know we just added you, but I'm looking to trade you. And if I can get an 86 overall big man in Clint Capella and a first, that seems like a no-brainer to me. And with Clint Capella, I was able to trade for Domantas Sabonis and also Victor Oladipo. We're getting these trades where we're getting two players who can make an impact in our rotation while only trading away one guy who's really big for us. So I think that we're doing pretty well so far. Next, I'm going to trade Dorian Finney-Smith for Rodney McGruder in a first. I need draft capital if I'm going to improve this team, and that's kind of what I'm looking around for. I saw Duncan Robinson, a three-point shooter on a minimum deal. Why not do that? I saw Pat Bev in a first from the Clippers. I'll do that trade as well. We need picks if we're going to make big trades. Then I can use some of these picks to go out and get Steven Adams. Sure, Steven Adams will be a solid addition. We're trading away Tim Hardaway Jr. The team is by no means complete at this point, but I want to simulate a little bit and see how the team does. It's pretty solid, don't get me wrong, but I don't think we're championship contenders at this point. We're 32-18, but the West is tough. The Lakers, Clippers, and Warriors are all better than us, so we've got some more work to do. I was looking at DeMar DeRozan trades, and I actually saw Chris Middleton. He's one overall higher, he's on a longer term deal, why not do it? Jalen Brunson and Dwight Powell were next up in the trade finder. Saw Eric Bledsoe, aka Baby LeBron, 84 overall point guard. Thought that was another solid move for the team. I think overall the team got better at the trade deadline. We have a good amount of depth, and also our starting lineup is pretty good. I don't know if we're at that championship point just yet though. Luka Doncic was All-NBA first team. I guess when you have a player like Luka, you probably are at least close to championship contention if you have decent pieces around him. And we're the number 3 seed, so we moved up from 4-3, a 60-win team, passed up the Lakers in the standings. So maybe I'm underestimating my guys, because 60 wins, that's no joke. We'll check out the player stats. Luka and Chris Middleton were a good 1-2 punch. Victor Oladipo was getting buckets for us. So was Eric Bledsoe, aka Baby LeBron. And Domantas Sabonis was solid for the team as well. Round number 1, we got the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland, Dame, CJ, y'all know the drill. This Portland Trail Blazers team, we've actually faced the Dame and CJ duo quite a few times, but this time it's going to be an easy sweep. And in round number 2, we're awaiting our opponent. We might be waiting a while with these trash sim speeds. And it's the Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Wiggs, Draymond, and DeMarcus Cousins. Definitely a solid team, but are they good enough to take us down? We take game number 1. I'm going to go ahead and simulate the next couple. We're up 2-0. They take a game. We're up 3-1. And we go ahead and we beat them in a gentleman's sweep. We take down the number 2 seed. And now we got the Los Angeles Clippers. They were the number 1 seed this year. They've got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. Definitely a really good all-star, superstar type of duo. So let's see how this series goes. They're only giving me the option to simulate round, which is really weird. Man, this game wasn't very good, was it? The simulation speed sucked. There's random little glitches like that. I mean, we got swept anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter if I simulated the round. But yeah, this game was kind of trash. I don't really like it. Kawhi Leonard ends up winning the championship and the finals MVP with the Clippers. Now it's time for the offseason, time to make some more moves. I'm going to go get Rashawn Holmes and Nemanja Bjelica, upgrade our front court a little bit. I'm also going to pick up the team option for Duncan Robinson and extend the qualifying offer for Jakob Poeltl. We didn't really have much cap space, but I did pick up DJ Augustine and bring back JJ Barea. What an exciting offseason. Next up, though, I do want to trade both of these guys. We're going to be making a blockbuster move for Shabazz Napier, 79 overall point guard. Then I'm going to trade Duncan Robinson and Jakob Poeltl. I see Bogdan Bogdanovic in a first. I'll go ahead and do that. But I want to make some bigger moves for this roster, and I think trading for DeMar DeRozan and Cam Reddish is exactly that, a big move. And Cam Reddish is young, so I can use him in another trade, and as you can see, this looks like a good one to me. We get Clint Capella and TJ Warren, but remember, I still have DeMar DeRozan, who I got in that previous trade, who I can use to go get CJ, who's younger and fits an area of need for our team at the 2-guard spot. I also have Clint Capella, who I traded for, and if I can get Bam, who's younger and also makes less money, I will most definitely do that. So we go out and get Bam. And Eric Bledsoe, he's starting to get older, so if I can get Jabari Parker and a first that I can use in a future move, I'll definitely do that. We get Jabari, I need guard help, Marcus Smart, defensive-minded guard, I'll go ahead and make that move. But I'm never really truly done, because even though Marcus Smart is solid, I saw D'Lo, and he was All-NBA last year, so I had to do it. I think he was All-NBA second team, he's putting up crazy numbers, so I had to get him. Kelly Olynyk, who I traded for previously, goes up to an 82 at power forward, so that's kind of cheese. And I'm also going to go out and get Tobias Harris, 86 overall small forward. You guys can see we're trying to stack up this rotation, make it as good as possible. And we need some help at the guard spot. Luke Kennard is solid, but we need a point guard. And at the point guard spot, I'm comfortable with going ahead and settling with Shabazz Napier. I think he'll be a solid backup one for our team. This is what the team's looking like as of now. The only real area of need is a good 10th man. And I know that sounds like it's not important, but I've been losing way too much in these rebuilds, so I'm definitely trying to get that 10th man straightened out and get the best player possible for that 10th spot. So I get Amari Spellman, I'm going to go ahead and trade him. We get Kevon Looney and a first round pick, and Kevon Looney can be our 10th man. We're a little over 30 games into the season, and we're actually really good, 26-8. But I want to get a little better because we do have some first round draft capital to work with. I see Devin Booker, Klay Thompson in the trade finder. You're talking about Klay Thompson? Put him next to a playmaker like Luka? Yeah, we got to do that. So those draft picks that I was able to pile up are really coming in handy here. We'll slide Klay Thompson over to the 4. Then I'm going to go replenish some of this draft capital to try and make one more huge move. I'm going to just trade some of these end of the rotation guys, try and get as many picks as possible, because if we can get players like Klay Thompson by packaging a guy like CJ McCollum with some first, that seems like a move we want to make. We're also going to go get shot selection legend Denzel Valentine, one of the best bad shot missers in NBA history, and we're going to trade Tobias Harris along with these 2 firsts to go out and get Jimmy Himmy Buckets. Tobias Harris over me? Not this time, Jimmy. We're going to go out and add Jimmy to the roster. He's going to be our 6th man. We got a super 6th man on the roster. He's going to be hooping off the bench. Put Jimmy against the bench units. You get a team that's going to win 67 games and have Luka as your MVP. That's just how good the squad is. DeMarcus Cousins is a 6th man with the Miami Heat. Kawhi Leonard wins a DPOY, and Rick Carlisle, our coach, is the coach of the year. Here's the all defensive teams. We saw Jimmy on one of those despite being off the bench because he's just him. We were the number 1 seed with 67 wins. We'll check out the player stats. The fact that Luka put up those type of numbers with this team is wild. We had so many good players on this roster. Just ridiculous stuff. I mean, Klay Thompson, look at the 3-point shooting. He was knocking them down. That's exactly what I wanted to see from Klay. Let's go ahead and simulate these playoffs, but to be honest, I don't really think anybody's going to be able to hang with us. It's going to take a little while for us to find out, though, because this simulation speed, man, it's absolutely garbage. I don't understand how 2K sim speed was this bad just a couple years ago. This was 2K20. It's probably because because they have all the stupid social media stuff talking about, oh yeah, the trade rumors in our virtual basketball league. Like bro, nobody's reading all that. Nobody cares, respectfully. I don't know why they have to have social media in 2K. It makes the game lag more, I would assume. It's really stupid. But let's go ahead and see who the Lakers have. They got Bron and AD. I mean, of course, good basketball players. But are they good enough to take us down? It doesn't look like it. Okay, maybe it does. It's 2-2. Okay, we're up 3-2. Let's go ahead and just take one more game and finish this one off. Also, there's not a simulate game button unless you press simulate with Simcast. This game just sucks. But anyway, let's go ahead and Simcast this one. We're going to go ahead and get the dub. Luka Doncic, 39 points in a closeout game. A 30-point dub over LeBron and AD. Oh my goodness. The bubble team is down bad. LaMickey and A. Disney getting absolutely cooked. And guys, that's a joke for anybody who's going to get mad. I think that the bubble was just as real of a ring, or whatever people are going to say, a real ring. I don't even know, man. I just think it's stupid. Anyway, not the bubble stupid. I mean the whole like bubble ring is fake thing. I just think that argument is stupid. Anyway, we got the Celtics in the finals. Series is tied 1-1, but the Celtics are going to take the next two to make it a 3-1 series. Let's see if we can bounce back and pull off this 3-1 comeback. We take one game, and in game 6, we're going to go ahead and win. So we've got a chance to do this, and in game 7, we get a close one. We're up by 4 points here. Kemba Walker getting to the rim, misses it. Daniel Tice with the rebound, kicks it back to Kemba Walker. Kemba over to Rob Will. Tacos in, over to Jabari Parker. What is this lineup? Over to Daniel Tice, he greened it? What is going on? Do they have anybody under 6'10" in the game? What is happening right now? Anyway, we had the basketball, a little fake from Jimmy. Jimmy, the fadeaway is off. That was kind of a trash shot, but you know what? It's okay. He's Jimmy Butler. Taco Fall is bringing up the basketball. What is happening? Taco, the ball fake, passes it down to Kemba. Can we get the steal there? We were really close. Trash fadeaway shot from Kemba. We get the rebound. Domantas Sabonis over to Luka. Luka over to Jimmy. Jimmy, he just bodies Taco and one. Jimmy Butler with the clutch bucket. That's what we like to see. But see, that's the thing about this team. We got so many guys who can get those clutch buckets and come up big for us in these big moments. And there's Jimmy doing it. We're up by 5 points here. Just get a quick stop and we should be good. What's going on? Where's the defense? Jaylen Brown, wide open three. Okay, well, the game's close once again. Luka Doncic is going to go to the free throw line. Hopefully he can hit both of these, and he does. So it's still a 4-point game. Just don't give them any more wide open shots, please, and we should be good to go. Kemba Walker gets the screen up top. Kemba, the little floater is up, and it's off. He had the pass on the roll. There probably would have been a good open layup there, but he didn't make the pass, and we're going to go ahead and get the dub. The 3-1 comeback. Why does it say Luka's on the Celtics? He had the Celtics background. I don't know what was going on there. A little glitch in this absolutely trash game. I'm glad we're done with this one. I mean, I'm happy we won the championship, but man, this 2K was kind of trash. Let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Congrats to Luka. Now we're moving on to NBA 2K21. And we're running 2K21 last gen. You know why? Because the Xbox gives you about enough storage for 2 games. So I had to dust off the old Xbox One so we could run some NBA 2K21 last gen. I mean, the rosters are the same anyway, so it doesn't make too much difference. But this was the year where you could just cheese by changing the positions. Like, guys would just go up in overall a bunch if you moved around their positions. So I'm taking full advantage of that in this rebuild. I move KP to the 4, he goes up in overall, and all of a sudden, I can get Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Yeah, I'll do that. He's 22 years old on his rookie deal. We'll most definitely make the move to add SGA to the squad. Dwight Powell and Tim Hardaway Jr. are all of a sudden, I think Tim Hardaway Jr. stayed around the same overall, but Dwight Powell went up quite a bit, and because of that, we can go get Mitchell Robinson. Mitchell Robinson is an 86 at power forward, by the way. Moses Brown went up a bunch in overall at the power forward spot. We'll go get Rocco. And Rocco, he's really bad in 2K, but at small forward, he goes up in overall. So I can trade Robert Covington to go get Iggy and another first. and then I can use some of those first along with Jalen Brunson and Willie Cauley-Stein to get second overall pick James Wiseman. This was right after he got picked second, so we didn't know what was going to happen in his career. And to be fair, he probably still has a chance to put everything together. We'll go get Robert Covington back, but Robert, we're going to trade you once again in another move where we can go out and we can add Patrick Beverley and a first round pick. And once you move Patrick Beverley to small forward, he's an 83 overall. I get Thomas Bryant and this first from the Washington Wizards that seems pretty valuable. Unfortunately, Thomas Bryant didn't go up at power forward. Most players do. The position cheese in this game was absolutely crazy, so we'll trade him for Jay Crowder and a first. This team really isn't that good, but it seems like they're exceeding expectations because around December, we were actually pretty well above 500. So maybe I can make a move to help this team out. I see Eric Gordon in a trade for Iggy and a second round pick. I'll go ahead and do that. Eric Gordon's going to make our team better. I didn't really want to do too much else. I kind of wanted this to be a transition type year because we could have cap space to spend in free agency and then add a big player that way and improve our roster even more. We've got good young players that we should be able to build with. And if we add like a veteran player on a max deal this offseason, I feel like that type of guy would be the missing piece for our team. Overall, James Wiseman was really good. Shea was really good. Luka was amazing this year. Eric Gordon proved to be a solid pickup. Mitchell Robinson was solid. And we only won 40 games, but that was actually good enough to get the 8th seed and make it into the NBA playoffs. So we'll see what we can do. I don't have too big of expectations, but we're kind of cooking right now. We're up 3-1 on the Lakers, and we're gonna get out of the first round. We just pulled an 8th seed upset against the Lakers. Cool, I guess. Now we got the New Orleans Pelicans in round 2. Maybe we can keep the run going. Maybe I should have made more moves to make this team a little bit better because apparently we're contenders. We're up 3-0 and we're going to beat the Pelicans in 5 games. We're moving on to the conference finals against the Los Angeles Clippers. I don't know how we got here, but if we can somehow make the finals, that would be ridiculous. We win game 1, they win game 2, we win game 3, they win game 4. We're up 3-2. We have a chance to advance to the NBA Finals. Okay, they're going to beat us, so it all comes down to game 7. James Wiseman's just been hooping, man. Oh my goodness. James Wiseman doing great stuff for the squad, playing well in the playoffs. Happy with the addition of him to the team. He's been really good. Reggie Jackson drops 23. Playoff Reggie. Let's go ahead and get into game 7 though. And unfortunately, we just didn't have enough experience to beat this Clippers team. We have a lot of young players on the roster. We made a really good run. So hopefully we can build upon that. We're going to have cap space to improve the team this offseason. And the Clippers went on to win the championship. We were really close to beating them in that conference finals series. We got a bunch of guys on team options. I'll go ahead and pick those up to bring them back to the team. That was kind of my strategy, was to get cheaper players. I'm going to trade Eric Gordon to clear cap space, but I realized cap space was actually gone. Like, we can spend as much money as we want. The salary cap, it was abolished, and I wanted to go ahead and overturn this rule change, but it wouldn't let me. In the new 2Ks it lets you, but it wouldn't let me do it in this one. So I guess we're going to let it rock, and I'm going to try to go crazy in free agency, but sadly the free agency class isn't that good. Hopefully I can get a guy like DeMar DeRozan. No, he doesn't want to come here. Maybe I can get John Collins or Jared Allen or somebody. We'll see how this goes, but not a great free agency class considering salary cap was just turned off. We can't even get any of these players anyway, but we'll go ahead and throw the bag at Kyle Lowry, I guess. I don't know why we're giving Kyle Lowry that much money. He's definitely going to take it. I guess the other teams didn't realize the salary cap is off. That's kind of the logic in 2K. Teams still won't offer these guys deals even if the salary cap is off. I hope that's something that 2K fixes for NBA 2K24, but I'm going to go ahead and offer some of these free agents. We would have had cap space anyways because I cleared up a lot of room, so I don't feel too bad offering some of these free agents contracts. when the salary cap is off. I'm going to go get Isaac Okoro and Darius Garland in this trade for Kyle Lowry. I know we just got Kyle Lowry, but I'm trying to cheese it to win Luka some rings. I also noticed this Jesse Webb guy. Apparently we got him with the 9th pick. I think that was that Wizards pick we traded for earlier. I might use him as a trade piece down the line. Also, I signed Dennis Schroeder and Nerlens Noel. Again, those guys could be potential trade pieces as we're nearing the trade deadline and we're really good, but I'd like to make a few more upgrades to this roster if I can. I'm looking at Mitchell Robinson trades and I see DeMontis Sabonis and Karis LeVert. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Nerlens Noel, who we picked up in the offseason, and we also picked up Hassan Whiteside. I'm going to go ahead and trade them. I want Keldon Johnson to be a part of our young core, so I'll keep him around on the team. But I'm also going to go out and get OG Anunoby and Moses Brown. And now the rotation is absolutely stacked, and we've got a ton of young guys on this roster that can continue to improve. Luka was All-NBA second team this season, and we were the 3 seed this year. A big improvement over last year, but our regular season record didn't speak to the playoff success that we had last season. We were really good last year in the playoffs. And it looks like we're going to cook the Lakers again in the first round. It's going to be another gentleman's sweep as we move on to face the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz have Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, Mike Conley, and Derek Favors. Also, Joe Ingles rounds out their starting 5. Let's see how this matchup goes. I feel like they're probably not even better than the Lakers, and we beat them in another gentleman's sweep. In the conference finals, we got the Memphis Grizzlies. This Grizzlies team might be worse than the Utah Jazz. So let's go ahead and let's just get them out of the way as well and move on to the finals. We've gentlemen swept every single team en route to a rematch with the Boston Celtics, and we want a different result this time. Let's see if we can get it. They're up 3-1 once again. Are y'all serious? How are we going to do this 2 times in a row? And this time we don't even force a game 7 or try to make a comeback. We just lose in 5. I guess we got to do something this offseason. I feel like our team's good enough to compete for a championship, but maybe not. Maybe salary cap being off has stacked the odds against our favor, and other teams are really stacking up talent. So I'm going to try to sign some of these top players. Let me offer Steph Curry a deal. Let me, of course, try to bring Luka back. He's a 99 overall. He's a restricted free agent, so we will have him back. We're going to go ahead and offer KD as well. I'll offer Kyrie. I'll offer all these guys. Hopefully we'll get somebody on the roster. We're of course going to get Luka back on the team. Steph and KD don't want to join us though. We're going to try to get Trae Young. He's restricted though, so I doubt we sign him. I'm going to send an offer Kyrie Irving's way as well. See if maybe he's interested in signing with the team. I'm going to also give Jimmy Butler an offer. Himmy Buckets, we saw what he did in 2K20. I'd love to have him back. And we're actually going to get Jimmy Butler. We also landed Trae, but I bet, yeah, the Hawks are going to go ahead and match that. Kyrie goes to the Clippers. And I know Jimmy was really big and was good in 2K20, but if we can get MPJ and Jamal, I got to do it, man. So we're going to go land Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray in a trade. Feel like that's a good one for the team. Let's be honest, I just casually built the best team in NBA history. I mean, look at the squad. Yeah, salary cap was off or whatever, but I cooked, man. The team is tough. If we somehow lose in the playoffs this year, it's not even my fault. Just blame 2K. I guess this is the moment of truth. We're going to see if this team can live up to the hype. We're actually the 8th seed, so we might not even get out of the first round. I don't know how we're the 8th seed. And we're facing Denver, who we traded Jimmy to. Oh my goodness, we should have kept Jimmy. And we lost in a gentleman's sweep. How does this team win 46 games and then get gentleman's swept, man? I don't even understand. Is salary cap being off that overpowered for other teams? You know what? We'll go get LaMelo Ball, I guess. We just got to switch something up. Sorry, Shea. I mean, he just wasn't developing as much as I would have hoped. And as I say that, LaMelo doesn't even go up in overall for us at all. But hopefully LaMelo can be the missing piece. He made All-NBA second team last year. We'll see if he can do something similar to that this year. I didn't really do anything else in the offseason besides bringing back my guys. and we're the 4 seed this year. I don't know how we're not winning like 60 plus games, but maybe I'm gassing my team. Maybe they're not as good as I think they are. We're struggling against the Minnesota Timberwolves in the first round. We're up 3-2, and we're going to a game 7. Okay, we beat them. I mean, we can't have anything easy anymore, man. We can't even easily make it out of the first round. Like, what is going on? LaMelo's hooping, though, to his credit. James Wiseman has also been really good, and of course, Luka has done his thing in this video as well. We got the Pelicans round 2, and their roster's really good. Maybe that is what it is. The other teams around the league have just gotten better as a result of no salary cap, or maybe they suck because we swept them. The way the simulation has gone has just made no sense. It's been so weird. Now we've got the Memphis Grizzlies in the conference finals. I'm sure we'll just end up getting swept by them or something the way this has been going. Okay, we're up 3-1. Great. We're in the NBA finals. We got the Washington Wizards, and the Wizards are terrible. Their highest player is an 86 overall. We should be able to easily beat them. We're going to go ahead and take game 1, game 2, game 3, and game 4. It's a sweep. And now we're moving on to NBA 2K22. The LaMelo pickup was huge in this 2K21 rebuild. Moving on to 2K22, we can almost see the finish line. Just one more 2K after this. And we're still on last gen, because like I said, the Xbox Series S or whatever it's called, bro, it barely has any storage. So we're going to go ahead and position cheese. We're moving Jalen Brunson to the 4. The position changing wasn't as cheesy in this 2K, but I can still land DeJounte Murray because I moved Brunson to the 4. So boom, we got DeJounte as our second guy next to Luka Doncic. Then I'm going to go ahead and trade Tim Hardaway Jr. and Josh Green to get Clint Capella. Seems like a no-brainer to me. Then I see Mitchell Robinson in the trade finder. He seems like a solid option for us. 82 overall big man on a team-friendly contract. So we'll go ahead and do that. I like the start that this rebuild is getting off to. And with Mitchell Robinson combined with Davis Bertans' contract, I can land Keldon Johnson, a solid wing player for the team at an 82 overall. Now I'm looking at Alec Burks trades, and I see some solid players. I'm going to go get Thomas Bryant, 79 overall big man. Should be solid for the team. And I need to replenish my draft capital, so that's what I'm looking to do in these next few trades. Unfortunately, I couldn't find as many picks as I would have liked, but I used one of them to get Montrezl Harrell and Isaiah Thomas. And with another one of the picks, I traded Montrezl Harrell and a first to go get Draymond Green. And Draymond's making quite a lot of salary, and he's also a pretty good overall. So I figured if I threw him in a trade, I could probably find a pretty solid player. I saw D Rose and Dwight Powell, so I went ahead and did that. Usually Draymond's numbers in 2K are just pretty trash, so I didn't really want him on the squad. I'm also going to get Marcus Smart as a defensive presence at the guard spot, but really he's trying to defend his roster spot on this team because he's about to get traded. I'm going to go get Hamidou Diallo from the Pistons. 79 overall wing, and the team looks pretty good. I mean, the thing with the Mavericks is we just haven't had like a good base to build off of. I mean, of course, we have Luka Doncic, but the players around him just haven't been that good. So I've been trying my best. Luka won MVP this season. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. Ben Simmons, 6-man. Giannis, DPOY. Tyrese, Most Improved. And we had Jason Kidd as our Coach of the Year. 62 wins. The team was not even like that. I don't know how we won 62 games, but hey, I'll take it. And maybe we can try and make a run at a championship. We haven't been able to get a chip first season in one of these sims. And also, whatever this play-in tournament like interface is, it is so trash. I don't know what they were cooking with this. Like, I saw this and just got so confused. I don't know what that was, but we'll just go ahead and move on to the playoffs. Number 1 seed. We should run the playoffs, man. We ran the regular season. Now it's time to do the same in the NBA playoffs. Look at the stuff Luka was doing. DeJounte was good. D Rose was really good. Clint Capella helped us out. Keldon Johnson, Thomas Bryant. We had a lot of scoring on the team as well. Let's go ahead and get into round number 1 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're at 2K22 at this point. and the sim speed is still pretty bad. We go ahead and we beat out the Timberwolves in a sweep. Round number 2, we got the Golden State Warriors. And the Warriors have Steph, Clay, Wiggins, Kuminga, and Montrezl Harrell. They did end up trading away Draymond to us. We used Draymond in another move, but I think that move made them worse as a team, so hopefully we'll be able to take advantage of that. It's 1-1 in the series. They still haven't fixed the simulate game button in this game yet, which is crazy, but we're going to go ahead and beat them in a gentleman's sweep. Now we've got the Memphis Grizzlies. It feels like we faced the Grizzlies a lot, especially over at least the last 2K. I don't remember the other ones, but we'll go ahead and see how this series goes. It's 1-1. We're up 2-1. It's going to be 2-2, 3-2, and we have to go to a game 7. We're doing this the hard way, but hopefully we can go ahead and win this, and we do. It was a close one, but we were able to pull it out. Good stuff from the team. Luka with 37 points. Derrick Rose came up big. DeJounte was really good. Great stuff from the guys as we move on to the NBA Finals. But the thing about this 2K is this is the point where Luka started becoming a real glitch in this game, man. He just started putting up ridiculous numbers. He won the MVP for us. So he's been a big reason, of course, why we made the finals. We're facing the Sixers, and this is going to be an easy one. We win in a gentleman's sweep, meaning that we got the chip year 1. Let's go! We finally did it, man. We won a chip in the first season. Luka Finals MVP, 47 points in the final game. And now we're moving on to NBA 2K23. And I decided to spice things up a little bit by using the 2023-24 rosters. So this is what the Mavericks are looking like at the time of this recording with the free agency signings and all that they've made this offseason. Just wanted to make things a little bit more interesting. So let's go ahead and get into this Mavericks rebuild. We're going to trade Jaden Hardy and Tim Hardaway Jr. first to go out and add Chris Middleton. Seems like a no-brainer to me. We also get Malik Beasley. And then I'm looking to trade some of these lower overall players on the roster for draft capital. We need picks if we're going to improve this team. And this 2K is pretty easy to go out and get picks if you want them. So that's what I'm aiming to do with some of these trades. I'm able to get a couple first by trading players in like the low to mid 70s. So why not go ahead and do that? I'm going to make this trade for Javon Carter. He's a little bit of a higher overall than Corey Joseph. I was hoping I could find a first round pick, but I did see Jayshawn Tate, 77 overall wing. So I'll be glad to go ahead and make that trade. But I'm looking at moves for Jayshawn Tate. I see Kevon Looney, Warriors legend, and we get a first. Don't mind if I do. And then I throw Grant Williams and Kevon Looney in the trade finder along with the first. I see Draymond Green. I wasn't too sure about that move, but Emmanuel Quickly and Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, we got to do that one. Then I'm going to throw Chris Middleton and 2 firsts in the trade finder, and I saw a great trade package. Lauri Markkanen and Walker Kessler. I'll gladly take that trade, but Lauri Markkanen is terrible in 2K. His tendencies just aren't good, so I'm going to go get Zach LaVine and Andre Drummond. Zach will be able to score for us. The Zach attack. All right, then we're going to go ahead and get Kenyon Martin Jr. and Terrence Mann. Just making a lot of moves. Y'all have seen me do this time and time again throughout these rebuilds, just trading a bunch of players. I saw D'Lo. I had to do this D'Lo trade. Derek Lively's only a 73. He could get better down the line, but I want to make this a win now team, so that seemed like a no-brainer to me. And then D'Angelo Russell, I can trade him for Marcus Smart in the first. Smart's only 1 overall lower, plus we get a pick. I thought that was also another good move for the team. I saw DeLon Wright and Danilo Gallinari in the trade finder, but I opted to go ahead and bring back Tim Hardaway Jr. and Pat Connaughton. But with Tim Hardaway Jr.'s contract, I was able to trade for Clint Capella, 83 overall, a 78 overall for an 83? Sure, I'll take it. And the team looks pretty good. We're running Clint Capella at the 4 because spacing doesn't really matter in 2K, and we're going to go ahead and simulate this season. At the end of the year, John Morant was the MVP. Wemby was Rookie of the Year. Chris Paul, 6th man. Wemby DPOY in his first season. That is crazy. And Jason Kidd, our coach, was the Coach of the Year. Our team continues to be really good. Last 2K, we were the number 1 seed. I think we won the same amount of games last 2K as well, which is kind of weird. But Luka Doncic led the way in terms of scoring. Zach LaVine and Kyrie, of course, were getting buckets as well. So was Emmanuel Quickly, and Kenyon Martin Jr. rounded out the players who were averaging 10 points per game or more on our team. In the first round, we got the Sacramento Kings. They kind of scared us a little bit winning the first 2 games, but we were able to bounce back and win the series. Round number 2, we got the Los Angeles Lakers, led by Javon Carter. Can we handle Javon Carter in this series? We'll have to see. We're up 2-0 in this series. We're up 3-0, and it looks like we're going to move on. Now we got the Los Angeles Clippers. Usually you don't see the Clippers do too well in the 2K sim, but I guess they're having a really good run this time. Game 1 goes to us. Game 2 goes to them. We're going to take Game 3, and it's a competitive series, 2-2. We're going to take a 3-2 lead, and we're headed to a Game 7. The Clippers. We had a Game 7 against them in one of the other 2Ks. I think we lost that one, though. This one, we're not going to lose. We go ahead and we win, beating the not the Philadelphia 76ers. We're facing the Sixers next. But give me a little bit of a break. We're a little over an hour into this video. But yeah, we beat the Clippers. Now we're facing the Sixers. James Harden really wants out in real life. So if we beat them, then that would be great. But if we lose, that would kind of suck, considering he might get traded from Philadelphia. Series is tied up at 2 apiece, headed into a pivotal Game 5, and we lose the Game 5. Are we really going to get dropped off by the trade request guy? Like, come on, man. Bro. And he won Finals MVP because, of course, Embiid's not going to cook in the playoffs. Oh, my goodness, man. That's terrible. This offseason, we got to make some more moves. I guess I'm going to go get Wendell Carter Jr. He's younger than Clint Capella, higher overall. We'll go ahead and make that move. But I didn't really see too much to do before free agency. I picked up Drew Eubanks, brought back Kenyon Martin Jr. Unfortunately, we lost out on Andre Drummond. I also did re-sign Emmanuel Quickley, but there just wasn't a ton to do before free agency. Didn't see any good trade offers, but after things started to really heat up, I saw some great trades like this one for Desmond Bane. Don't mind if I do. I'll go ahead and take that offer. I'm looking at Marcus Smart trades, and I saw Chris Paul, and obviously Chris Paul has never won a ring, so we'll go ahead and give him a chance at it in this one. I did try to trade him after. I just couldn't find any better offers. But yeah, Chris Paul is on the roster. This is what the team's looking like. We're absolutely stacked going into this season. Luka Doncic takes home an MVP. How many times have we seen Luka on that MVP screen in 2K23? Victor Wembanyama takes home another DPOY. Jason Kidd also was the coach of the year for us, so good stuff from J. Kidd. As we head into the NBA playoffs as the number 1 seed, once again, 65 wins, and every other team in the West was trash. Nobody even had 50 wins. We're simulating until we get into the finals, man. It's too easy. We're here. I kind of got scared when the Pelicans started to take a couple games, but we're here. We got the Orlando Magic in the NBA Finals. Their team definitely isn't better than ours, but when has that mattered? Let's go ahead and get into it. We're up 2-1 in the series. We're up 3-1. We got a simcast so that if we win the championship, we can see the celebration. But for now, we've got a close game. OG Anunoby has the ball down the lane. Oh my goodness. Oh, yo, OG. No, it was Chris Paul. Oh my goodness. Chris Paul got bodied. He got bodied. Oh my goodness, OG. That was ridiculous, bro. He got postered. He got put on a poster. I would hang that poster up on my wall. Let's see if we have an answer. I don't know if there's any coming back from that one. A nice little layup from Luka to put us up by 3 points. Good stuff from Luka, but man, that dunk was absolutely ridiculous. Paolo Banchero has the basketball. Paolo looking to get to the basket. Paolo in the post gets the little screen. Paolo makes it to the rim and he gets fouled. We're sending him to the line and he ends up converting on both free throws. We've got a 1-point game with a little bit over a minute left. We've got a lot of guys who we could go to get a bucket here. I obviously would like to see the ball in Luka's hands. He gets it in the post and turns it over. Well, he didn't have the ball in his hands for long. Franz Wagner, he sees the lane and he just gets right down the lane for the easy two-handed slam. The Orlando Magic are going to take a 1-point lead. Are we really going to blow this one? Luka Doncic has the basketball. Luka, he's going to get the screen. Luka, what are you doing? What are you cooking? Okay. No, he got packed. Now the Magic have it, and they could take control of this game. Markelle passes it to Paolo. Paolo looking to get down the lane. The little floater's up, and it's off. Okay, we got a chance at it. We get the rebound. Slow it down. Take your time. Let's get a bucket. Just get the ball to Luka. We've seen him pull off some crazy stuff in the clutch. Okay, Luka's got it. Luka, the fade, and it's off. Okay, don't give the ball to Luka anymore. Markelle goes to the free throw line and sinks 2 clutch free throws. We're down by 3. We need a 3-pointer here. I guess we should probably go to our guy Luka again, but we'll see. They get the ball to Walker Kessler. Walker, what are you doing? Why would he shoot that? Wendell with the board. Wendell over, or to Luka, over to Bane. Bane, no, we lost. We lost. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's wraps, man. We blew that in the clutch. What a terrible ending. We gotta get this one done in 6. We can't afford to let this go to game 7. I do not want to blow a 3-1 lead in the final 2K of this video. Alright, the Orlando Magic have the ball. We're up by 2 points here, but we were up last time, and the Magic ended up coming back and winning. Franz Wagner, we just have no paint protection at all. Franz Wagner goes ahead and finishes the layup. Another big bucket for Franz. He's been going crazy in this one. Luka Doncic has the basketball. Luka, can we see a clutch play from you? Because last game, it was rough, man. Luka, the step back 3, it's off. And now the Orlando Magic have it with the game tied. What is going on? Anthony Black has the basketball. Anthony Black, he's getting clamped by Luka. Passes it over to Franz. Is Franz going to be able to make another clutch play? Franz looking to get downhill. He gets to the basket. The little fadeaway is up. Oh my goodness, that was like halfway down. Now Chris Paul has the basketball. Not the guy I'd want to have the ball in the clutch, but we'll see. That was kind of a mean hezzy, although his defender did not fall for it at all. Chris Paul passes it to Walker Kessler. The awkward jumper is up and it's in. What a shot from Walker Kessler, I guess. That was a really weird shot, but he was able to make it. Franz Wagner has it again. He's been delivering for the Orlando Magic. Kind of fumbles the ball there. Gives it over to Anthony Black in the corner. Anthony gets the screen down the lane. No way he made that. That would have been crazy if he made a layup like that. Luka Doncic passes it over to Desmond Bane. Bane back over to Luka. Luka, can he get a clutch bucket? A step back 3. It's off again. Stop spamming these step backs, man. Oh my goodness. Spamming more step backs than 2018 Harden. Franz Wagner bringing up the basketball. Franz, I am so scared we're about to blow this. Franz posting up, gets the screen. Franz, he's making a lot of dribble moves. Gets the, oh no. It's an and one. It's an and one. The game is tied, and if he hits this, they're up by a point. And of course he hits it, because he's just the most clutch player in NBA history, I guess. Let's see if Luka has an answer to win the finals. Luka down the lane. The short jumper is good. Luka Doncic, he hits it. And there's barely any time to go. Can the Magic make one final play? Markelle Fultz, deep 3. It's off. Luka delivered in the clutch, and we win. We are NBA champions. The final championship of the video. Thank you so much for watching this. If you made it all the way until the end, comment, I made it to the end. Real original, I know. But thank y'all so much for all the support on the channel. I had a ton of fun making this video. Took me a long time, but I think it was worth it. And this was like a perfect ending to it. Love the way the video ended and that we were able to get this championship. Have a great day, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.